So it sounds like the possibility of the Amazing Spider-Man 3 happening is somewhat higher than it ever has been before because of the good relationship that's been built between everybody involved. Now let's talk about some of these conditions we've heard people talk about without explicitly them saying what they are. I'm going to speculate a little on what exactly this would be. So even before Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire were ever confirmed to be in the film when we finally saw it, there was all those rumors that there would be a possibility of Sony restoring the Amazing Spider-Man universe. Obviously with Spider-Man No Way Home, the reception to Andrew Garfield returning, and the demand for a third Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man universe has been really high. The rumor mill once again got set ablaze, if you will, just about, in terms of how much content and discussion I saw, by scoopers saying that Sony's definitely interested and are looking to do it. So of course, this has fans very hyped for what might happen next. Now, I'm going to look at the realistic logistical scenario here and tell you the more than likely few conditions that would have to be met to make the Amazing Spider-Man 3 a reality. And I'm going to look at this in terms of everything we've heard so far that relates to everything that brought Andrew Garfield back into the, well, Spider-Man role after he wanted nothing to do with it for so long. So condition number one, in my opinion, would be Marvel Studios has to be involved with Sony. From everything we've heard ever since the film came out, and I'm talking about Spider-Man No Way Home, it seems like that the whole idea of the MCU connection, Sony being partners with Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, that they were able to all come to this agreement and make this film possible. And that Garfield felt very happy and at home, and almost like this was it. He made peace with it, as Tom Holland said. Next, we'll see what happens. So I think Marvel Studios being involved would have to be a factor because there's no way he's going to trust Sony again to make a $500 million film and control everything, because that's what made him hate the character and quit the role in the first place. Second, I think, would be to bring back as many people as originally involved as they can. From Mark Webb, whether he's directing or not, to some sort of a producer role, to giving Andrew Garfield, I think, more creative freedom and having the ability to have him say, no, this doesn't seem right, and proceed with, oh, maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe let him ad-lib a little more, because we know that he did just that with Spider-Man No Way Home, and his Spider-Man is an absolute delight the way he comes off. So that's, I think, another major factor. I think another one would be that you kind of have to semi-retcon events of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And honestly, the way No Way Home goes with Electro and everything, and what they reveal there with the villains, you now have split timelines. So I think you could actually make this a reality. And instead of just fully retconning it, you can make that a part of the plot, which I think, again, would work in favor to everybody, and that would be another condition that they could easily agree upon. I think another condition, and this one would be very important as well, would be you got to plan ahead. Do you want your Spider-Gwen film? Do you want it to be Emma Stone? Well, plan accordingly. Plan ahead. Don't just toss things out there and then hope they fall into place. You have to commit to it and make it something that makes sense. Again, they didn't try to really do that before, and it really hurt them. So that's just honestly a few conditions I think would have to be met from everybody's standpoint to make this a reality. There's obviously plenty more, but these are just a few that I think would be mandatory just from everything we've heard from Garfield to everybody else involved.